You are not an easy man to get in touch with. Let me tell you that right now. I worked on
That's
that.
by design.
Yeah.
In the early 80s, I was working with a friend of mine overseas, in England to be exact. And we kind of cobbled together this little business where we'd trade. I would find American made guitars, trade him for British amplifiers. Of course, it would have been Marshall, Vox, Orange, High Watt, all the usual suspects. The problem was most of them were broken or they get broken in shipping. So during the course of this, I had to teach myself how to repair them. My dad fixed TVs for people for like a hobby business, you know. So I had learned how to test tubes, check resistors, check capacitors, all that by the time I was about 14. So I cut my teeth on electronics with that, and I just started applying what I knew to that. And that was part of the genesis that led to Matchless. By the time Matchless started happening, I had a lot of experience modifying AC30s and Vox amps. And I knew what I wanted to do. I knew how I wanted to bias it. And I knew the sweet spots on everything that I was working on. In the very beginning, Rick Parada's kitchen table, and I had a workshop in my garage, and that's where we built the first maybe 25, 30. The original problem we were trying to solve with the Matchless company was to make an amp similar to an AC30, but that would not break down. The whole goal was longevity and durability.
Somebody had the idea to get one up to Art Thompson at Guitar Player Magazine, right?
That's correct. Yeah, the salesman that was working with us at the time basically insisted, and he goes, "I got to just leave it there for a while." And I go, "Well, it doesn't really help us. We can sell it, you know?" But he insisted, so we went, okay. And unbeknownst to us, we had won the shootout that they did. And we had not seen the magazine. Nobody called us. Nothing happened. Then people started coming over, showing us the magazine. We're like, what? We were shocked. I think it was 99. I got a call from James Heydrich, and he wants to start an amp company. And he was serious enough about it that I went, okay, I need Joe Ulrich, which was my kind of right-hand man. He came down and we spent 3 or 4 days straight drawing up a business plan for the Bad Cat Company. And it launched from there. Initially, we did the Black Cat and the Cub. And then immediately it was followed by, at the time it was called the Wildcat, which was basically the Black Cat with 2 EL34 power tubes instead of EL84s. It was either the end of 2003 or the end of 2004. Joe had wanted to leave. And we kind of supported each other. We had each other's back all the time. And so when Joe was going to leave, I'm like, I don't want to do this alone anymore, you know. And so I left then when Joe left. This is to be the 25th anniversary of the original one I did. And I feel like it's come full circle. I'm always looking still for ways to improve anything and everything I'm working on. It's considerably quieter than anything I've ever made in terms of signal to noise ratio. It's nearly silent. You can't tell it's on. And I did that without sacrificing the integrity of the original design. The pentode channel has been moved to a position on the chassis where the microphonic tube issue basically goes away. You know, that's a serious improvement on that design. We've got the active effects loop that's hardwired bypassed when nothing's plugged in it. So it's probably the best of both worlds when it comes to that. You can use it or not use it. If you're in a recording environment where you don't need pedals or want the noise and the headache, you can unplug it and go straight clean and dry, or however you want to set the amp up, without having the effects loop alter the path of the signal. The other thing I really love is the recessed logo. It doesn't stick out, and I love the cabinet, especially the 212. It's going to sound way better than the original. It's all the things I would have wanted from the first one I did. I love it. It's a lot of hard-earned knowledge, hours and hours of things that didn't work. This is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. All that's reality. I just want to be remembered for making things that sound really good, you know? That's what I want for a legacy, you know?
I mean, I don't foresee you getting close to the end at this point. I think.
Oh no, I'm not ready to give it up yet. The best stuff is still coming.